Janome Memory Craft 8900 QCP home maintenance. Some basics, some pointers. First of all, make sure it's unplugged and turn it off. Safety first. And next we're going to move to removing the needle plate and the hook area. Push down on this tab, springs release the needle plate, like so. You have these two metal tabs, those are your guides when you're reinserting it. Like that. Make sure it's square. Pretty clever design. I like this needle plate removal style. No screws to mess with. I'm going to take the bobbin out. Right there's your bobbin case. Now it should lift out nice and easy when the needle bar is up. Note that the needle is all the way up so the feed dogs are out of the way, and you just get a little better view of this. Just lifting up and out. As easy as that. When you're reinserting, make sure it's underneath that left finger right there. And should just sit nice and flat. That bar should be springing down as well, like so. Now inside of this hook post, there is an oil wick. If you're having your machine serviced regularly, you don't really have to worry about this as long as there's some oil on it. If you are going to oil it, make sure you're using a clear, lightweight sewing machine oil. It should look almost like water, how clear it is, not the thicker yellow stuff. And just a single drop every, I don't know, maybe 8 bobbins or so. You can also put a single drop right here and right here on the needle bar. In the third spot, there is an oil port on this needle bar crank. You could put a single small tiny drop of oil right there. And again, this is if you're using the machine extra and you're skipping services and you feel like you want to oil something that's moving. Right there, make sure you wipe off any excess and small drops only because it will splatter. So the oil post, bottom of the needle bar, top of the needle bar, and that oil port on the take-up lever. I could say that's extra credit, but don't overdo it. The problem is if you're only oiling those parts, then you're going to end up missing other pieces of maintenance. But right here's your check spring. Just want to make sure that that's clean. Nothing dragging in the way or any thread jams that are preventing it from going up. Springing back down nice and clean. Now as far as the rest of home maintenance goes, you want to just make sure your needle plate looks clean, that surface looks nice and shiny, there's no damage apparent on the front or the back or the opening. Real quick, we have 3 different bobbin cases here, all 3 of which will work in this machine. It's not supposed to have that metal arm, that's for the 6600s, but it fits in there and it'll work. So we're just checking these for damage on the foot and looking at that needle opening right there. Don't see any obvious signs of damage. This one I did polish a minor burr from. You can see it's a little shiny, but opening is the important part as well as the surface. So as far as checking your hook for burrs, you want to check right along the race, right that edge. It's the little shelf where the bobbin case actually sits on. That's the surface you're concerned with. If you feel any roughness, Time for a service probably. You know, you can feel it with a flat head, it'll feel not smooth, but it should just roll right off that full edge. Right here's your position finger spring. You want to make sure that's still in place and intact. Sometimes they get compressed or bent in or bent out, but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much your basic home maintenance.